So welcome back here, 2016 NXL Nashville Open, the third stop on the tour. Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez. One set remains. There still is stuff to be decided here, so don't go anywhere. Not only because we have two great games, but because we're going to find out who is going to be moving on. And then after the conclusion of these matches, we're going to have the draw to see who is going to be playing each other tomorrow morning. And the game coming at you first, it's AC Dallas and San Antonio Xfactor, battle of the two Texas powerhouse teams, as well as Los Angeles Ironmen and Upton 187 crew. So, Todd, so far in already is Infamous, Impact, Xfactor, and Heat. And then the draw pool so far is also Damage makes it, Dynasty also makes it, and Moscow Red Legion. So those are the teams that are already in. They're moving on to Sunday. We're going to find out who plays who again after this game when we have the draw. So we'll have a short break after the conclusion of these matches, then we'll come back and do the draw. Now, where it gets interesting is breaking this down. So, Todd, I'm going to let you break this down.
Okay, so if the Ironmen win, they get in. And I was a little bit wrong earlier because I thought it was all one big pool, but it's not. You have to go by the groups. So if Ironmen win, then they get in at 3-1. If the Ironmen lose, 187 wins, and AC Dallas wins, then there's going to be a three-way tie, and it's going to go down to the point margin. If the Ironmen lose and AC Dallas loses, then 187 is automatically in.
Yeah, so still a lot at stake here. So let's talk about these matchups real quick. Obviously, Xfactor playing phenomenally out here. They haven't lost a game yet. They are 3-0, as you see Saturday afternoon's results. And you can see Xfactor beat up on 187 crew a little bit, and 8-4 was the score of that game. So AC Dallas coming into this one at 1-2, Xfactor 3-0. What do you think about the matchup, though?
Well, I mean, AC Dallas has not looked great. San Antonio Xfactor has probably looked maybe the best at this event so far with the bracket that they've had and the way that they've been executing. So I really like the way Xfactor's been shooting people on the break. I like the way that they've been moving into the point. They've gotten production out of all their players, which they didn't get as much at the last couple events. And, over at the Ironman 187 game, I mean, Ironman, they've looked pretty good out here. They have two solid wins. One against the Dynasty to start off. They came back and lost to San Antonio Xfactor, who's playing good, and then came back out again today and beat AC Dallas. So Upton 187 crew, again, last match we watched them play as they dropped to San Antonio Xfactor was shoot a bunch of people on the break and win, or don't shoot anybody on the break and lose. So if 187 is going to be able to win this match and move on, then they're going to need to gun up heavy on the Ironmen, try and get those kills on the break and kind of improve their inner game play.
And the Ironmen, Scott Kemp is just playing flat out phenomenal for them on the D side of the field, particularly in that last game. He helped pull off a 2-on-4, just two Ironmen players, and they were able to prevail. And then he also was the hero at the end of the game, too. So if Ironmen can get Brandon Cornell going over there, it's going to be a really scary team to play against. So right now, AC Dallas and Xfactor on your screen right now. And AC Dallas changing into their purple jerseys. So three different sets of jerseys for AC Dallas out here. AC Dallas on the right-hand side of your screen, Xfactor on the left, and a good breakout for Xfactor. 5 players alive for them. 2 bodies have already come off for AC Dallas.
AC Dallas, there's TJ Danner over there off that Dorito side. Looks like Stewart over here in the snake side can with Matt Jackson next to him as Xfactor loses a body attacking up on that Dorito side, but Billy Bernaccia cuts up the middle and across straight into Snake 2. He's going to come into Snake 3. Archie Montemayor coming through the middle with Colt Roberts going down that Dorito side. Stewart fills back across from the Snake side can to the back center. He looks like he's going to want to make another move, and he goes all the way out there to Dorito side corner, but he's not going to make it.
And here comes Billy Bernaccia, going to try to run the highway. He doesn't need to do it as that towel is thrown in. Matt Jackson still got shot by Billy there right as that horn sounded. First point going to go to Xfactor.
Yeah, Billy Bernaccia looking to come get one right there. Xfactor going up 1 over AC Dallas, continuing their run, looking solid out here on all sides of the field. Derek Jordan, Colt Roberts, Billy Bernaccia, Grayson Goff, Michael Kovar, contributions from everybody. Dixon Yang coming in, getting kills for them as well.
Yeah, and Billy's been relatively flawless over here on the snake side for Xfactor. We've only seen him die early in 2 points midway through the last game that they had, but other than that, he's really been so super solid for them, as well as, you know, just amazing play by Archie on that D side of the field. He's been all over too, but he had 3 points in their last game with multiple 3-packs out there. So right now in these Ironman 187 crew game, both teams going to the center off the break. Looks like the first to drop the body though is the Ironman.
Yeah, Middleditch comes walking off. Paxton goes up the middle. Looks like he's got a mirror. They're going to come trade out on the exchange. Who was that, Donovan? Sloviak going up the middle. Sloviak and Paxton, 2 big bodies. It looks like Brandon Cornell's going to get pulled off on a minor. So just 1 body left alive. It's Bobby Aviles for the Ironmen.
And he's just wilding out over the top of that bunker,
yeah,
trying to see if he can get some kills. But yeah, 4-on-1 here. Looks like 187 crew is going to be able to solidify this first point. No, Bobby Aviles is still alive, but we'll see if 187 can talk it up. You know, talked to Nick Sloviak during the break about this upcoming match. He feels pretty confident about it, but one of the issues that he definitely admitted, I told him, is that it looks like you guys are having some lack of communication cross-field. He said, absolutely, we're going to try to change that up for this next one here. And it looks like they finally pinch out Bobby Aviles. So, yeah, first point going to 187 crew. And 187 crew didn't do anything crazy. Just that methodical full court press from them, taking the spots. Nice job by Lazat, Max Trailer. And now going to reset here for this next point with AC Dallas. Actually just all black. So it looks like the murdered out black look right now for AC Dallas here. And Xfactor with the also in mostly black jerseys, but with the red and blue highlights as you're watching that replay there on the breakout. Here was that battle in the center. And, a little bit of a surprise, and they're going to come out and trade out, which is pretty much what we see standard in that center as soon as somebody figures out that they have somebody on the opposite side of them. So getting into the second point here of this match. Xfactor up by 1 as these teams will switch sides. So now AC Dallas is on your left and Xfactor on your right, playing for
Xfactor shooting 2 bodies on the break. Well, 1 on the break and 1 real early. Referee running in to check Matt Jackson as well. John Jackson, some early deaths out here. You don't really see him die a lot.
Yeah, he's
early out of his spot, but he came out on the run to that snake side can and got picked up early. Billy Bernacci is sitting in the 50 snake right now, hunting for bodies. TJ Danner going to try and fill out to that Dorito side corner. Billy Raps shoots the back center. There goes Stewart.
Billy Bernacci gets shot out of his spot, gets goggled up, and they also lose. No, that's an AC Dallas player walking off. And here comes Michael Kovar, but not looking at anybody left alive on AC Dallas' side of the field. That's going to be another one here in this Texas battle for bragging rights and also see who's going to move on. So, you know, AC Dallas has to win this game right now to have a chance to move on.
Because they're 1-2. They need to at least be 2-2 to have a shot here. Going to the purples.
30 seconds.
See if they can get some mojo. No mojo in the highlighters. GoSports.com, camera crew.
20 seconds.
Bringing you this live coverage, enduring the hot sun. Out here to get the good shot, get the action over here.
10 seconds.
On the snake side, watch the breakouts. Here comes 187 and Ironmen flipping sides.
So now back here, second point between the Ironman and 187 crew, see if Ironman can pick it up. They lost that first one. Back right up into that center. And first to lose the body, though, is Scott Kemp, the hero from the last game, dying off that D side. Full complement of players out there for 187. No, they lose Max Trailer. Good shot out of his spot, so it's 4-on-4 right now. Might have lost Nick Sloviak, too, trying to get across. No, he's still alive. And here comes Vidulich, going to get in the snake. Actually, no, that's Jerry Caro. Caro into the snake for the Ironman. You can see there's Drula screaming, begging for a kill.
Yeah, Paxton's still up there in the middle. Caro now launching, getting up into snake 3 right away. He's going to wrap around, see if he can get some shots across the field. He might have get one, but no, he gets picked off. I think he got shot on the bounce shot by Derula because he caught one on the outside. Bobby Aviles still up here in the snake side can. Derula in the snake side corner. 187. They got a presence over there on that Dorito side.
Paxton
in
alive.
the corner. Paxton still locking off that snake side of the field. Here comes Bobby Aviles out to the snake corner. Paxton switching over to the Dorito side. Looking at that Dorito 2 for 187. Trying to get a kill. Here he comes on the hunt.
Does he get him?
Just does not get enough.
So
Gets picked off.
Mike Paxton trying to come through on the run through. Not able to do it. You can hear the codes being yelled across the field right now from the remaining players. 4 guys left alive out there for 187. Not a lot of bodies left for the Ironmen here. Brandon Cornell in that back corner bunker, and he gets taken out. So it's going to be another point here for 187 crew.
Point approved.
So we will reset here and see who's going to prevail in the next point with AC Dallas and San Antonio Xfactor. 187 crew, though, definitely looking a little bit tighter than they did there, Todd, on that last one. Still with those off the break shots dialed in, but definitely much better communication for them.
Yeah, for sure.
20 seconds.
Up 2-0 on the Ironman. Just like Xfactor, up 2-0 on AC Dallas. Danner, Stewart,
10 seconds.
Jacksons. Haven't seen a whole lot of production out of their killer front guys, Matty. When AC Dallas was out there putting it on people, Matt Jackson was killing it at the 2, but they had ones that were out there getting the job done for him, like Nico Hyde, Clint Johnson, and Nate Roberts. And have yet to call their names very much this event so far. Those guys need to step it up.
So right now, both teams full strength. And, oh, looks like the first body to drop is going to be Grayson Goff. Here comes Colt Roberts on the run through, and he is going to trade out with the center player for AC Dallas, and that is Johnson in there. So still 4 players alive for both of these teams. No one in the snake for either team. The only team that has a body on the snake side is AC Dallas. AC Dallas, though, refills that center bunker, gets Matt Jackson or John Jackson up there. And now 2 just bodies dropping off all over the place right now for Xfactor. And that's going to be a quick point here for AC Dallas to keep this one close.
Base.
Yeah, AC Dallas put up a fight.
Stewart getting checked out.
Point
Looks like
approved.
the point is going to be good. And, you know, hey, let's keep it interesting here. And we're going to go into the Ironman 187 crew game here.
Both these games, super important to see
30
what's going to go
seconds.
on.
Well,
Stick around right after the conclusion of these matches. We will be doing the draw to see who plays who.
you know, so Dynasty with that win, Todd
20
able to
seconds.
sneak in.
Yeah.
That was the one I was kind of interested to see when I was talking to Jason Trozen, and he was discussing, you know, with all the scores, who was in, who
10
wasn't going to be in,
seconds.
what it was going to take. And, yeah, Dynasty able to squeak in there at 2-2.
So because Dynasty took second in their group, that's how they were able to make it in at 2-2 with all these teams at 2-2. I thought it was going to be a big head-to-head point spread.
Mike Paxton trying to get out wide is able to scurry out there on the snake side. He gets in there. Middleditch live with him. Ironman also have a body up in the center. And here comes Cornell also making moves on that D side. So Ironman looking good in the moves so far. Haven't lost a body. And here comes 187 crew Donovan up to the center. 187 loses Nick Sloviak.
Derula makes his way into Snake 1 though.
Bobby Aviles comes around, dices up Donovan, and stays alive. Nice work by Bobby Aviles. And it looks like Derula might have taken a shot here in Snake 1. He wraps around, gets a shot on Bobby Aviles, but here comes Brandon Cornell. We talked about, hey, Brandon Cornell really needs to step up for the Ironman. Kemp is stepping up over there. Brandon's been hit or miss on that side, so if he can elevate his play, that's really going to give the Ironman a much better chance. And Brandon Cornell actually, I think, just got shot by his own guys.
Yeah.
But still, nice, awesome move there by Brandon Cornell.
Yeah, comes through from that snake side or Dorito side can, cuts to the inside, runs to the Dorito, gets out wide, uses Bobby in the middle, plays off of Bobby's move, runs, bunkers the first guy, bunkers the Dorito can, then shoots the Snake 1 in the back. Heck of a move right there by Brandon Cornell.
Yeah, to finally put his team on the board. So now we have a 1-point match here. 2-1 is the score. In that one, it's also 2-1 in the Xfactor AC Dallas game. With Xfactor a slight lead here, AC Dallas still looking much better in that next one. So they're going to send out Spies, the Jackson Bros, Matt and John, and Danner and Devin Stewart. AC Dallas is also pretty deep. I know they're young, but they're deep.
Well, they've played a lot of tournament, high-level tournament paintball together. You know, and playing a high-level tournament paintball is one thing. Playing it together, even more. You know, these guys, VCK was the squad that these guys played together for such a long time. A lot of these kids has grown up in Texas playing together for a long time. But
so on the breakout here, AC Dallas on the left-hand side of your screen, an aggressive push for them, but disaster strikes and they lose 3 bodies off the break to Xfactor's 1 as Billy Bernaccia gets shot trying to get out on the snake side. Archie is off to the races here now again on that D side of the field, and this is what happens when no one looks at Archie and the chaos sets in. Archie gets those last 2 kills, and that's going to be a quick one here for Xfactor to extend their lead.
So Xfactor gives one up, then comes right back. Puts that point on the board. AC Dallas, man, 3 bodies on the break. And here comes, what's that sensation I have on my back? Says TJ Danner. Oh, that's Archie Montemayor, son.
Yeah, and there's Archie that comes into frame.
30
Archie
seconds.
Hey.
just doesn't ever miss a step, man. Just still doing it. And you can see there in the fan wagon predictions, big favorite AC Dallas over Xfactor.
20 seconds.
89% to 11%. Guys at home, Xfactor came into this one 3-0. Just a little bit of information. And the Ironmen a big favorite over 187 Crew, 79 to 21. So, I mean, I'd love me some AC Dallas, but I think a lot of people out there voting with their hearts right now in that Xfactor AC Dallas game.
Man, that vote was weeks ago.
So now here on the breakout for Ironmen. Ironmen lose Cornell early this time.
Yeah, Cornell gets shot on the break.
And
Trying to go there right away, but they do get out to the Dorito corner.
And a body's going to drop Greg Lazat here to even up the count for 187 Crew.
Oh, Jerry Caro with his gun up. Does he pick up Derula? Nope, Derula sneaks out to that snake side corner. Nick Sloviak in the back center. Looking snake way, trying to keep Caro from making a move. Bobby Avilas up in the center. He's going to come clear out the wall bunker. And it looks like he is going to get a penalty.
And then Scott Kemp gets shot as well, and they're going to have to run all the way over the snake side to find an Ironman player to pull. It's Mike Paxson. He gets shot out, or sorry, he gets pulled out, and Jerry Caro is still alive in the snake, and it looks like 2 bodies alive. Oh, but Nick Sloviak catches one, so Jerry Caro goes to sleep on, was that Derula in the snake?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Derula saves the day here and takes out Caro, so rookie mistake there from Caro. You see him shaking his head as he's coming off, as he had shot Nick Sloviak to even it up. And I think there might have been Max Trailer still alive over there. So yeah, even up the count here on the snake side, but Max Trailer still alive on that D side. He would have had to also shoot Derula and in order to turn it to a one-on-one. So there's Caro. So Caro's scanning the field and looking in front of him. He sees Nick Sloviak comes around, catches Nick, and then he's going to push forward, looking cross field, probably looking at Max and worried about him, and rightfully so, but completely forgets that Matt Derula is still alive. And you can see there the frustration in the eyes to the sky. I like the eyes to the sky frustration more than the hand-to-head frustration.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
On the breakout here, AC Dallas going out wide on the snake side, going up the middle to that center Dorito. Xfactor sending bodies out. Both cans. Billy Bernaccia in the snake side tower, back center.
Looks like Danner is going to die for AC Dallas, so it's 4-on-5 in favor of Xfactor, and they have that 2-point lead. Still a ton of time left, though, as we're just still getting things rolling here. 12:26 to go, but some quick points. That's why you see 4 points have been scored so far. But good field position still. still, though, for AC Dallas. They have a player in the snake. Xfactor, nobody in the snake. Oh, but just as I say that, they lose Roberts out of the snake. So AC Dallas.
Yeah, and they need Roberts. You know, they need Roberts to play big.
You were just talking about that.
Once again, gets in the spot, gets picked off. Billy Bernaccia getting into snake 1. Archie behind him. Xfactor. Body in the back center, looking Dorito side.
Yeah, good communication here from Billy Bernaccia, calling all the locations for the enemy. And there is Colt Roberts, who takes a shot cross field on the D side. He was at the 50-yard line up there. So AC Dallas, good kill for them, taking off one of the big heavy guns. Colt Roberts, Colt 45, dying. AC Dallas refills over there on the D side. Still have a back corner bunker on the D side. Now D2 is hot as well. And as we scan over here, you can see there's Matt Jackson in the snake.
Billy and Archie over here on the snake side, just playing it slow.
Johnson's still alive also for AC Dallas, and he's in the center, and he's looking to try to isolate and keep Billy Bernaccia from moving up into snake 2. That's pretty much what, that's his role right now. And he's completely focused on that. And now he's gonna head check and move his gun towards the D side, so that could give Billy the chance to move up here.
.10:30 on the clock. Xfactor with a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and you know, these guys just in their bunkers and probing for those lanes right now. AC Dallas doesn't want to squander the opportunity here that they've presented for themselves to go perfect through the prelims with a 2-point lead here and a 1-body advantage. Oh, and looks like John Jackson dying out of his spot, back corner bunker, Todd.
Yep.
As his brother makes a move up into snake 2.
Mark Johnson gonna start to feel the pressure over there.
Billy
on the
Bernaccia,
Dorito side.
Todd, Billy's trying to get through Johnson's lane. And he's just out here in the open area right now.
Looks like Alex Martinez goes diving head first into Dorito 3. Starts wrapping around the outside. Looks like he wants to try and get a kill on Mark Johnson. There goes Billy Bernaccia. Sneaks into snake 2.
Billy Bernaccia talking it up. Archie right behind him. Archie comes in, tries to get the drop on Jackson. And it's a little bit of a slower point again, a lot at stake here in this game because it's so close. 9 minutes and 14 seconds, so some time is ticked off this clock. Xfactor doesn't want to mess up this high body situation they have right now.
Looks like Billy's trying to set something up with Archie. Thinking he wants to go.
And here he comes. Jackson, was he able to take out Billy Bernaccia as well? The ref is going to go check him out, and here comes the hammer. About to get dropped by Derek Jordan on Mark Johnson, and it looks like he did get some balls on Johnson. So that's another point here again for San Antonio Xfactor. Just AC Dallas not able to get it done.
Derek Johnson, man, that guy's got wheels. He wanted to bunker somebody bad, came out the back.
He's another guy that's deceptively fast, has some underrated speed.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Just so many good guys on Xfactor. You know, we don't get to talk about Derek Jordan very much, but he's definitely been up on that Dorito side, killing people all weekend. And yeah, man, he's got some wheels. They love him on Xfactor, though. You know, definitely glad to have him back.
He was one of their OG players, was around back in the day, and then went to school, got his life situated, and then returned back to Xfactor. So we didn't really see Jordan on the team, you know, during that late 2000s run, or early in this decade.
Ironmen stacking up bodies in the back center. Cornell fills out. Looks like Scott Kemp getting it twice over from the ref, but he's going to make it in there alive. And Nick Roberts, coming out of that snake side corner, jumping into snake 1, Derula behind him.
Yeah, so Roberts and Derula in good position on the snake side for 187 crew, but the Ironmen still with 5 bodies alive, but they are down by 2 here.
Max Trailer getting out to that Dorito corner. Bobby Avila's getting out to the snake corner. CRew filling back to the snake can.
Yeah, it'd be huge for the Ironmen if they could somehow get back in this game and take this victory and move on to Sunday, but they lose Brandon Cornell, and one of those players that really needs to step up for them on that D side of the field. So much weight is being carried by that D side here on this layout for all teams. And since Scotty Kemp has been playing so well for them, it's really up to Brandon Cornell to find it in him to play well behind Scott Kemp to give the Ironmen the chance to progress forward.
Yeah. So here comes Bobby Aviles. Vidulich looking like he wants to make the move. Oh, and Paxson gets a shot in the back center. Lizotte comes walking off. But Scott Kemp makes his move, gets up into Dorito 3. Vidulich makes his move into Snake 2. And Ironmen continuing to fight. 9 minutes left to go here, 2-point game. Vidulich looking for kills across the field.
Right now here, the Ironmen trying to close.
Roberts looking for Scott Kemp.
There's still a lot of time left here, though. 8:39 to go. Vidulich launches. He takes out Roberts, and that is going to do it as Nick Sloviak also died in that center. And that flag is going to get, I'm sorry, that point is going to get scored here by the Los Angeles Ironmen, are going to pull within one.
Good point there by the Ironmen as a team, advancing up the field on both sides and picking off bodies, working their way back down to a 1-point deficit.
Yeah, Ironmen, scrappy team, man.
Yeah.
They're definitely not wanting to go quietly, but 187 still with the lead. Xfactor with a pretty decent lead here over AC Dallas.
Yeah, 187. I mean, just lost a couple bodies out of their spots, allowed the Ironmen to capitalize. But 187 still kind of controlling the game at this point.
10 seconds.
While the Ironmen try and fight back in. San Antonio Xfactor definitely controlling the game here against AC Dallas. As we see Roberts, and see if Roberts and Johnson. We haven't seen much of Clint Johnson getting on the field here. Let's see if he can make something happen. Devin Stewart all the way up the middle, goes to the second middle Dorito. Grayson Goff up there to the wall. Looks like Stewart might get one kill on the break. I think, what's the new guy's name on Xfactor?
Let's see.
Not Bateman.
Ty?
Actually, is that Bateman? Yeah, it is Bateman, comes walking off.
Yeah, it's Bateman, so. And it looks like Stewart dies here for AC. Danner makes his move up to that center, trying to get a shot on Goff. Goff's going to roll out right into the gun of TJ Danner. Danner had no idea, or Goff had no idea that he was there. And I'm pretty sure he got a shot on the pack of Goff. Or maybe not. The referee's in there checking him out. No, he is going to pull him out. He definitely was hit. But unfortunately, even though that was a good kill for Danner, it looks like body going to be dropping off for Eds Roberts, who got shot at his pack as well over here on the snake side of the field.
You know, looking at this, Matt, actually, no matter what, AC Dallas cannot
make
move
it
on.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, because they lost to both Ironman and 187. So AC Dallas going to be done no matter what. Just trying to go out with a bang here.
And trying to win this, battle of the Texans here. And even though we do have a Houston Heat, and Ryan Smith is a Texan, as he does live down there, but these are the homegrown Texas teams right here.
Sergei Solnishkov isn't from Texas?
No, sir. He's a Muscovite.
Oh. Is that in Arkansas?
Yeah, it's a little outside of Austin, actually. So, 7 minutes and 2 seconds to go. Trying to finish this point out. It looks like now a one-on-one right here.
Clint Johnson off to the races.
Yeah, Johnson. Clint, you said you were just asking for some Clint Johnson.
Yeah, where was Clint Johnson at? Here he is. And definitely locked up in this one-on-one right now. Slipping, sliding.
Yeah, Johnson gets across that lane. And who is that left
think
alive?
that's Kovar.
That is Kovar. And Kovar gets the drop on him. Nice job winning that one-on-one here for Xfactor is Michael Kovar, one of the veterans on this squad, the original players here for Xfactor.
Yeah, Michael Kovar. Coming off that ankle injury he had too, looking pretty good out here, looking fast. Definitely looks like he's trimmed up a little bit too. You know, takes some of the
30
pressure off your
seconds.
ankle.
Yeah, it definitely has.
Got to have that six-pack to go with that
Got-
long flowing hair.
Got more
You know what I'm
wiry.
saying?
20 seconds.
So here, stage right now is set Ironman and Crew. Ironman down by 1, so the stage
10
could be set
seconds.
for a comeback for the Ironman. Saw them play that awesome point in the last one to pull it close. Ironman going to be on your left. So on the breakout, it looks like though Jason Vidulich dies off the break here. 187 still with the lead.
And here comes Nick
That body
Slowiak up
advantage.
the middle to the wall. Nobody knows he's there. He's going to look Dorito side. See what you can see. Brandon Cornell makes a move out of the Dorito can into the Dorito 1. Bobby Aviles is in the middle of the field. In that center Dorito with Paxton behind him.
Yeah, and here comes there's a move made by the Ironman on the D side. I think that was Brandon Cornell dying out of his, or I don't know if he died out of the spot. I think he probably died making that move.
Yeah, I think he got picked up by Nick Slowiak sitting there in the wall waiting for him.
Nice work by Nick Slowiak. You know, real tall guy, able to shoot every angle of that center 50 structure. So trying to preserve their lead right now, 187 crew. But still though, there's a ton of time in this game. 7 minutes and 43 seconds to go.
Yep, Derula searching for kills over here. Slowiak coming to the snake side, looking for bodies. Here comes Bobby Aviles, and he is just going to get ripped apart by Slowiak. So bodies dropping all over the place. Nobody knows that Slowiak's in there, still posted, waiting for Paxton. Paxton ain't coming anywhere. He's going to get stuck back there, along with Scott Kemp in that Dorito side corner. Ironman going to blow that horn.
That's a solid point right there. 187, now going to be up by 2.
187 been controlling this match. Really not letting the
30
Ironmen go.
seconds.
Not letting them make any moves. One big point by Brandon Cornell. Help
30
keep it
seconds.
close, but
Yeah,
187.
But we need more out of Brandon Cornell.
Yeah,
if you're rooting for the Ironman, need more out of Brandon Cornell. Rooting for 187, you want to keep this going. You know, keep those
10
off the break
seconds.
shots slide in. They got Vidulich off the break over here. It's a great shot for them to take out the. You know, Jason's been playing very consistent over here. Now heading back in this match between AC Dallas and San Antonio Xfactor.
And Roberts tries to go all the way to the snake on the break. Gets destroyed, doesn't even bother sliding. It's Colt Roberts in the back center with Archie Montemayor. And Bateman over here in snake 1. Looks like he flinched pretty bad right there. He's still alive though, sitting in the snake tower. John Jackson again getting shot on a fill. Not able to figure out where exactly it came from.
Yeah, so looks like 4 bodies left alive right now for AC Dallas as they try to mount some sort of attack and back in this match. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here in this last set of Saturday's prelim action here for the 2016 NXL Nashville Open.
Oh, Devin Stewart gets his face peeled off in that front center Dorito. As Xfactor goes attacking down that Dorito side, there goes another one. As they see Dallas going to blow the horn.
And then, you know, trying to preserve that time. But tell you what, you know, as we watch these prelim action, every single event, who's looking good, who's looking bad, and you know, Xfactor's so consistent throughout the years, Todd, of making it to Sundays
30
and
seconds.
making it not only to Sundays, but making it deep into the tournament. This is a team that's always capable of winning any tournament that they enter, and you know, they're just cruising mostly through these prelims
20
here.
seconds.
Yeah, and I think Infamous was the one that beat them last event, right? I think they ran into LA Infamous in the first round. After
10
looking,
seconds.
you know, better than they did in Vegas out there in Dallas. Who ended up, LA Infamous ended up winning that tournament, but Xfactor looks good. They've got the tools, they've got the coaching, they got everything it takes
Well,
it's just up to them to put it together.
So now 2-point game here. 187 up by 2 over the Ironmen with under 7 to go. Just under 7 to play though, and Brandon Cornell getting shot early again over here on that D side of the field.
Yeah, he said that he's been getting a lot of bounce shots put in on him. People bouncing that Dorito 1 right into his spot. I don't know if he got bounce shot there, but looking straight up, those are the ones that he has to worry about.
Move being made on that D side of the field for 187. And now making a big move, completely committing 187. Nobody's picked up Lazat, Greg Lazat. He shoots Scott Kemp, also takes out Mike Paxton. And that leaves just 2 bodies left alive for the Ironmen. So 187 not letting the Ironmen get back in this match. Anytime the Ironmen threaten, 187 crew comes back out with a real strong point.
At 187, you're talking about communication with them. They're definitely communicating a lot better in this match, better than they have in any of the other matches we've watched them play yet this weekend.
Yeah.
They know what's at stake. They've been here before. They know what's at stake. This is a must-win situation for them. They win and they are in. They lose and the Ironmen are in.
Oh, minor penalty on the Ironmen. And I wonder, so it looks like they were going to come pull out of Villas. So Villas got shot right when that happened. And I think that was Caro getting the penalty over there in that back corner bunker on the D side of the field. And that is going to be another point here. So the Ironmen's chances at this event slowly starting to slip away here.
Yep, so here comes Xfactor. Kind of putting it on AC Dallas. Billy Bernaccia, Alex Martinez.
20 seconds.
Yang, Goff.
But this guy was already shot.
And
As soon as he called the minor,
That Bateman.
10 seconds.
so just about to get things rolling here. In this point, AC Dallas, San Antonio Xfactor, the Sunday battle. Sorry, the Battle of Texas, as we will see absolutely Xfactor in the Sunday battles for sure. And definitely the way they've been looking through these prelims could be the favorite here. Good crossfield spread here for AC Dallas, and they are attacking here, knowing they're down by a bunch of points. Down 5 points with 5 minutes to go. But Xfactor rolling those guns. They know AC Dallas needs to push forward. Trying to contain the aggression. Nothing crazy happening yet, but it looks like might have caught a ball. Roberts in snake 1 asked for a check. The referee's in there giving him a glance. See, they also have a player with Spies, Tyler Spies, up in that center 50, shooting towards the Dorito side there in the left-hand portion of your screen. Matt Jackson leapfrogs Roberts, and he's going to get up into snake 3.
And Bateman getting shot off that Dorito side of the field. He comes running off. Is that Ward or Bateman?
That is Ward.
That's what I said, Ward.
Yeah, Ward. Yeah.
Rookies. They all look the same.
Desmond Ward.
Sorry, Ward.
Well, it's good that they're getting some reps because,
Well, we did see Bateman earlier. Ward getting his spins.
well, this is the time to give them a rep. I mean, the game's close enough that the action's going to be intense, but also with that 5-point spread, not a lot of time left. There's nothing really that guy can do that's going to blow it for AC Dallas, or I'm sorry, for Xfactor here.
Oh, man. Grayson Goff gets goggled up. Looks like Mark Johnson gets goggled up as well. He's going to walk out of that wall bunker. I think it might just be Matt Jackson over here.
And here comes Jackson, try to close this one out. He's going to run down Billy Bernaccia. Nice work by Matt Fuzzy Jackson.
They're both looking at each other with the what the who the.
Is that going to be a major on Xfactor? That could make these last couple points, or this next point, a little more interesting. There's one body to pull, and I don't think that you can see Alex
The referee
Martinez.
points at Alex, and Alex goes, me? You're out. Who, me? Hey, you don't have to take that, Uncle Al. You don't have to take that from that zebra.
So here comes, let's see where this penalty happens. So Bernaccia is going to switch. He's going to be looking towards the center. And then here starts to feel his back gets blown up. He comes around. I don't really, do you see him pulling the trigger at all? I just see a bunch of, did he shoot a ball right there?
Well, Billy didn't shoot his gun.
Maybe he shot it there at that last second. We can rewind it real quick, run it back. Right there, you'll see. So he's getting blown to bits right here. Well, actually, is he getting shot at all? Or is he just shooting
Yeah,
the
he's
ground?
getting
Yeah,
shot,
he's
but
getting
he's just hiding because Alex is shooting Matt Jackson.
Yeah, so I mean, so maybe Billy was begging for the penalty. He was begging for the penalty, hoping Alex got a shot on him.
But Billy didn't shoot his gun, so I'm not sure why that would be a major on Billy.
20 seconds.
Well, the penalty was assessed on Xfactor, so it's kind of a,
10 seconds.
mute point here at this juncture, but so can the Ironmen get back in this match? Down by 3, 5:26 to go. And the Ironmen, relatively conservative breakout. They don't go far up that center. Brandon Cornell getting shot, going out wide. They send him up to the center now, and he's up there alive. First body to drop is Lazat for 187, so they have 4 bodies left alive. Nick Sloviak goes running to his death, trying to get out wide. So just 3 bodies left alive for 187 crew. This is the Ironmen's chance. The Ironmen still have 5 bodies alive right now. The Ironmen lose a body? No, Ironmen have 5 bodies alive right now. So it's 5 on 3, and 4 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. This is the Ironmen's chance to pull within 2. They need to do it with as much time on the clock as possible.
And there goes Max Trailer. Here comes Paxson on the attack. Goes up to that Dorito side pin. Vidulich looking to get some. Derula battling furiously out of that back center, but he gets picked off. Looks like he trades out with Brandon Cornell. And Roberts trying to go back and forth, gets shot by Scott Kemp across the field.
So good solid point here from the Los Angeles Ironmen, as that now makes it a 5-3 game. Scott Kemp getting checked out. And it looks like the point will be good. Scotty Kemp is clean. So 187 crew. Still though, again with that lead, and there is some time left as we see AC Dallas and Xfactor take the field.
30 seconds.
Spieth, Jackson, Johnson, Danner.
20 seconds.
Looks like John Jackson's going to get a break here.
Well, the Jackson's definitely getting the lion's shares of the spins.
10
It's a
seconds.
great story though for the Jackson brothers.
All those hits in the 80s,
Well, you know,
70s.
they were, they went pro with VCK and fought for a couple seasons with that squad. Then that squad closed down. Then coming over to help AC Dallas get into the pro ranks. So now, Xfactor, AC Dallas, 4 minutes to go. 4 points separates the teams.
Matt Jackson looks like he wants to go. He does, slides into one. A couple Xfactor bodies walk off. There goes another one. And Matt Jackson gonna get picked off, shot in the goggles.
Yeah.
Billy Bernaccia is still alive over here. Still fighting for Xfactor. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Trying to take all
4-point
that,
spread.
take the time off the clock here. That's the key right now for Xfactor. And there goes, looks like a move being made by, I think that was Spieth on the D side of the field, takes out Jordan. So you can see there on your screen on the left-hand side, Billy Bernaccia just trying to, contain AC Dallas right now. Take as much time off that clock as possible because, Xfactor, no matter what happens here, in the closing moments of this match, they will be advancing on.
And Billy shoots Danner, but Clint Johnson gets off to the races over on the Dorito side. Runs out of the corner up into Dorito 3. Looks like a one-on-one right now. Probably should have made that move while TJ Danner was still alive. As he backs up, Billy Bernaccia sitting snake 1. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go now.
So,
Johnson.
yeah, Johnson comes back.
Yep, Bernaccia doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, Johnson lost him, or Bernaccia lost him, and then picked him back up. Now Johnson, though, cuts back to the center, trying to lose him again.
Yeah, he had him lost, but then shot his gun, gave his spot away.
Well, Johnson's
60 seconds.
doing a real good job of getting into different positions. In a one-on-one, that's what you want to do. You want to get lost. You don't want that opponent to pick up know where you are, so you can get maybe a shot in on him. Billy Bernaccia, though, just watching that lane that Johnson has to run through to try to hit that buzzer. Still locked in this. And Johnson, I mean, he's made his way quite far, and Johnson's going to completely commit. He's going to get that one. Nice job by Johnson with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Able to hit that buzzer. That's full effort right there, Todd.
Yeah, that was tough. So, gonna run and give him a check. Clint Johnson, he make it in there clean. Referee's gonna give it to him.
Point approved.
So we're going to reset here and bring out the Ironmen and 187 crew. See if the Ironmen can fight back here and try to seal the deal
30
on
seconds.
Sunday.
Yeah, 187 controlling the Ironmen out here. Really took control in this winner go
20
home
seconds.
match. 187 had to get it. Ironmen had to get it. And it's 187
10 seconds.
decided to step up and take it.
Yeah, 187 looked a lot tighter in this match than they did in that last one. That loss that they took against Xfactor, the battle of the breakouts. And that's why they have this 2-point lead with just 30 seconds left to go here. Ironman gonna have to be here on the full court press, and on the attack they sent Cornell up to the center. And there is Cornell on your screen. And 187, I think they lost the body coming over here to the snake side. And here comes Painter, he's gonna run up in. I think he got stitched before he got there. Yeah, wasn't able to get Cornell.
Yeah, Painter got blown up. Bobby Aviles out there in the 5-3 game, 343. Bobby Aviles trying to work Vidalich into the snake. Looks like he gets in there alive. Mike Paxson coming over here with Bobby Aviles. Nick Sloviak coming out to the snake side. He's looking at 3 Ironman players. Jerry Caro over there on the Dorito side for the Ironmen. As Vidalich comes into snake 3, Sloviak dies.
Yeah, so they're starting to whittle him down there. I was gonna say, I think that time was wrong. They said there was just 30 seconds left, so they fixed the clock here. There's still some time left for the Ironmen to get back in this match.
That's a different story then. As the Ironmen come through, Brandon Cornell
Base.
and Jerry Caro down that Dorito side,
Well,
keeping it close.
There's the fight in the Ironmen. Talked about what a scrappy team they can be. And nice work by Brandon Cornell, shaking off those couple early deaths that he had. They started sending him up the center as he was having a hard time staying out and alive on that D side, backing up Scott Kemp. Scott Kemp definitely carrying his weight this weekend.
30 seconds.
Next point here for AC Dallas and San Antonio Xfactor. It's been pretty much all San Antonio Xfactor here in this match.
20 seconds.
Roberts coming out with, I think, one of the rookies for Xfactor, and Alex Martinez,
10 seconds.
oldest rostered player in the league. About to start this point. AC Dallas on your screen. See what sort of breakout they come with. And they're going to push forward. They have to. I thought they were going to double up the wall for a second. Johnson tries to get up there. He gets shot before he's even make it to the wall. And here comes Jackson. Trailing behind Stewart, gets up there, not a lot of time left, and there's going to be a minor penalty on Michael Kovar. And then here comes the run through from AC Dallas, gets stitched up. Jackson got shot as well. That was Stewart on the run through. Bodies dropping all over the place. Robert's still alive over there on the D side for San Antonio Xfactor, though.
Game time
He's
finish.
going to make that last move
Game
as the
finish.
horn blows. And Xfactor with some solid paintball out here all weekend. 4-0, 4 wins, 0 losses as they win their bracket and went out through the prelims. But these prelims are not quite over yet.
Yeah, not quite yet. So I'll have to find out who's going to win this Ironman 187 crew game.
Yeah, 187 looks like they've been playing. Yeah,
See,
looks like Kovar and
Kovar and
Jackson
Jackson John each other a little bit.
1
Yeah,
minute.
and there's Kovar now talking to Mark Johnson. I wonder what they're arguing about. I mean, it's not like it was close. Somebody must have felt, you know, that maybe somebody felt on AC Dallas that Kovar cheated him. Who knows? So check out this replay.
And cheat him out of 4 points.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it's not even close. So the replay, it looks like
30
Kovar got
seconds.
checked out by the ref here and then walks off. Yeah, I mean, and then, okay, and then he comes over.
20
Jackson's talking to
seconds.
the ref over there. Michael gets in his face a little bit. Yeah, so
10
nothing crazy,
seconds.
it seemed like. Couldn't really tell again, though, what they were arguing about. But, yeah, Kovar definitely came over. He must have heard what Jackson was saying to the ref, overheard it. That's why he stopped, turned around, came over, kind of got in Jackson's face a little bit, into John Jackson's face.
Yeah, either way, X Factor's going on and AC Dallas is going home. But 2:46 left to go here. Ironmen are within of 1 point.
Yeah, this is a
Of
game, man.
187.
2:40 on the clock. Uh-oh, looks like the Ironmen lose Brandon Cornell again.
Yeah, they lose their body. And a 187 on the attack up that Dorito side. Dorito 3, now Dorito 4. Looking to have a game over there,
Well,
187.
Aviles was just getting checked out by the referee. Thought for a second he was going to get pulled out, but he's clean. So with just a 1 point spread, time not a factor yet here. 2:12 on the clock. So they got some time to work with for the Ironmen to try to get back in this match. But 187 crew is still full complement of players out there. And only 4 bodies left alive with that early death of Brandon Cornell.
Yeah, Sloviak and Derula. And I think that's got to be Max Trailer over there in the Dorito 4. Sloviak gets out of the back center. He goes all the way out to the Dorito side can. Ironmen with their bodies over here on the snake side in the back center. They got Mike Paxson sitting in that back center bunker. And they do have a body in that Dorito corner. You see all 4 bodies right there for the Ironmen. 5 alive for 187, and 187 does have good field position with that Dorito 4.
So right now, 187.
Oh, and Bobby Aviles gets shot out of the snake side corner.
187 crew's just done a really good job at this point of knowing the situation and talking it up and switching their guns in the way that they need to go. This is that inner point communication that we did not see out of them in their loss to Xfactor.
So 5-on-3 right now as Derula fills the snake. Gets into snake 1 and posts up down the wire. 60 seconds left to go. He's going to bury Vidalich and shoot Vidalich in the arm. Sloppy hanging out the side of the bunker. Just 2 bodies left alive now for the Ironmen. Back center, Dorito corner. 187 does not have to go anywhere. They need to sit tight and not get a major penalty at all costs. Do not get a major penalty.
Yeah, no matter what, play clean right here. The Ironmen are going to concede the point here. And with not a lot of time left here, Todd, in order for them to score 2 points just to tie it up.
Yeah, and I don't think that that's going to be enough. 34 seconds. I don't know if that's going to be enough time for the Ironmen.
Yeah, that's a tall order right there.
Yeah,
2 points, 34 seconds. I mean, we have definitely seen some incredibly quick matches out there. I'm sorry, some quick points. But still, that being said, I mean, we've seen 15-second points, but 2 of them in a row, that's the big ask.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Well, if they're going to go, it's going to have to come down that Dorito side. You know, coming up through the middle, 187's been blowing players apart coming up to that center Dorito. Not really letting bodies come up, play that wall, clearing them out, and then, you know, really making those moves up the Dorito side last event. I thought getting up into that Dorito side early was huge for 187 because Ironman really couldn't go anywhere on that side after
2
that.
minutes.
You know, so.
Well, it's a much different story in this particular match for 187. Whatever conversations they had, whatever that was said there in that pit, getting ready for this match with, coming at an Ironman crew that couldn't be any hungrier.
Yeah.
This is a team that hasn't, been performing the way they've wanted to perform with the revamped lineup. Finally looking pretty good in the prelims, but, coming into this one 2-1, and it's just too much 187. Off the break shot still dialed in. That inner point communication really is key. They were able to talk it up, and when the chaos started to set in, switch the guns in the way that they needed to shoot in order to prevail here. Again, the game's not over yet, but can the Ironmen score 2 points in 30-something seconds? No, probably not.
Yeah. I mean, and Upton's kind of been all over the place here. They lose to Uprising. Then they beat AC Dallas. And then today come out, lose to Xfactor. And now in this game against the Ironmen, fight a hard one, be able to make it in, win or go home situation.
Yeah, you can see there Saturday afternoon results and all the games that were played here in the waning moments of the prelims. And it was a great day. We saw a lot of great games today, just like we did yesterday, a lot of close ones. Lots of teams in the, coming through from the action on Friday, coming in 1-1, and then it really got pretty crazy there towards the end. So,
30 seconds.
but man, I can't wait to see what's going to happen Sunday. And also, at the conclusion of this match here, we will have a little bit of a break, and then we're going to come back for the draw. And if you've been,
20
checking out
seconds.
FanWagon, making the picks, trying to play for that shocker, I mean, it's free. It's free to play. Go on there, make your picks, and whoever does the best gets that shocker. And second place is an Axe Pro.
10 seconds.
So now here, we'll see. It's going to be completely balls to the wall here for the Ironmen. On the breakout, looks like the Ironmen get a clean break.
And they get one kill off that Dorito side. Lazat comes walking off.
Here comes Bobby Avilas and Vidalich, Paxton, everyone stacking up here at the 50-yard line for the attack. But they have to go quick. No time to mess around. Just blowing 187 off the field pretty much, though. And then here it comes. We'll see if they can sprint in and hit that buzzer. They do, and that leaves 12 seconds left. Just about, I think it was right around 12.
Yeah, 13 seconds.
And
Yeah,
there,
12
yeah,
seconds.
yeah. And so
2
Brandon
minutes.
Cornell able to hit that buzzer to make it a 1-point match. 5-6 is the score, but now with 12 seconds left, I mean, we're going to get to see an entertaining point as the Ironmen. Maybe we'll finally get to see that all-wall play, Todd. I doubt we're ever going to get, unless somebody does it for fun, up a bunch of points, because it's just, I mean, that's not the way to prevail. You need a 12-second point. You need to have some guys on the delay. That's that quintessential try to score a 15-second point. Send your attackers through. Hope to God maybe one of them can get deep into the back line and then flood a couple more bodies behind them. Those are the guys that are going to be cleaning things up.
Yeah, that freight train. Maybe if you run the Mikey Bruno Aftershock 6-man play, you can go one guy wide and 5 to the wall.
Yeah, there you go.
That might work.
Maybe somebody
The
should
one guy's a decoy.
I get it.
Yeah. They'll never suspect 5 at the wall
2 minutes.
So who do you
with
think?
one guy running.
Who do you think's the favorite here at this event now?
I don't
mean,
think
Heat-
Heat's going to stumble
Yeah,
like
Heat,
they
X
did.
Factor, Infamous, Legion.
Yeah, but I mean, I really like Infamous. I love the teams. First of all, I love the teams that scrap and fight, and Infamous, down bodies, up bodies, communications well. They're running with the skeleton crew. They won the last event. They got to be feeling good. Nikki Cuba's here. That's good mojo.
Maybe that's good luck for Infamous.
For Infamous. Damage looked good. I didn't see a whole lot of variation, and Chad Boucher is going to have to step up big again for them. But Legion looks solid. Heat, I mean, those 4 teams that made it in from the morning bracket all look pretty solid. X Factor, I mean, this is a toss-up. I think between this event, Vegas, and Dallas, we have the most
1
amount of
minute.
teams playing well. Dallas, for sure, when we had a bunch of 1 and 3s making it in, definitely wasn't the case. But I mean, Damage, Infamous, Legion, Heat, Xfactor, Impact, and then, you know, probably 187 Crew and Dynasty. I mean, Dynasty didn't look great, but you never know with them. They could show up on Sunday and win. So I think these top 8 teams, I think we're going to have 4 really fun to watch
30
quarterfinal matches
matchups.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
it all comes down to that draw, which,
Yeah, what the matchups are.
yeah.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
So here we go.
I mean, it could be Dynasty Impact first game, Heat. Actually, no, sorry. We have the bracket winners right here.
10
So-
seconds.
Infamous, Impact, Xfactor, and Heat are the bracket winners. And the teams that they already played in their bracket, they cannot play again in the quarterfinals.
This
So
is it here with under. There's about 12 seconds to go. And completely committing. Here come the Ironmen. And a bunch of bodies dropping here for both teams. And it looks like, I think Cornell almost got it. Brandon Cornell was about maybe a second, 2 seconds away. You can see Brandon Cornell there. The frustration as he's lying on the ground, as he was able to hit that buzzer, but not enough time left.
wow. And it's always crazy in the confusion over here as bodies are running. Let's check that replay.
Oh,
See
yeah.
what these guys are talking about, because everybody's flipping out. Billy Wing is on the field right now, and he is hot.
Yeah, you can see there's Billy Wing out there. He's
And-
screaming at him. Shane Pestana's out there.
Let's run
Mike
that
Paxton.
back.
Yeah, let's run it back. I mean, if the Ironman had just somehow, some way created just 2 more seconds for him to play that last point. I mean,
Okay,
here,
so
here it comes.
there's that
the
center
attack.
guy.
He comes
gets
through.
bunkered.
There's Brandon Cornell on the right-hand side. No one's picked up Brandon Cornell. He comes through. He shoots the last couple players, and then he is going to come through. That's when the buzzer sounded for the end of the game, and he's able to hit that buzzer before.
Go back a little bit again. So let's see what Sloviak, because the argument's going with Sloviak there in the center, and then Bobby. Is Sloviak? I think Bobby said he shot Sloviak. Sloviak still shooting the runner.
So what do you think the Ironmen are arguing about right now? A major penalty, probably?
Yeah, I think they're all pointing and yelling at Sloviak. That's why I'm looking at him, because he's the center of attention out there with the referees. So back again. Go back even more. Run it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Hey, get on that goddamn camera!
Yeah,
Let's-
let's run it back here.
Let's come back a little bit.
Pull the trigger with his hit on his shoulder.
So yeah, I hear Billy Wing scream. He's pulling his trigger with his hit on his shoulder. They're talking about Nick Sloviak right
Yeah,
now.
he's
It's got to
gotta
be
be
Nick.
talking about-
Nick, his mic was going at Nick, so it's got to be Nick Sloviak there in that center.
And there's Cornell shooting the last body in the back. And right about there is when the horn blows.
Yeah, so it's not whether or not Brandon Cornell hit the buzzer in time. The question right now, and the reason that the Ironmen are all reared up, is to see if there was hits on Sloviak. So that's why we want to kind of run it back here. It's all about Nick Sloviak, I think that's Nick, right, in that center?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there goes Nick. Yeah, Nick Sloviak runs up into the center.
Sloviak?
Yeah, so Nick Sloviak runs up there in the center, and he's shooting that way, and then he switches his gun. There's some glare on our screen, so it's really tough for me to tell if there's a hit or not on
Yeah.
Nick.
Well, let's run that whole sequence back
Yeah,
again.
if we could watch that whole last point, I mean, it's only 12 seconds.
Yeah. So let's bring back the whole deal. So here's 187 on your screen.
So
Sloviak's in the middle. He's going to go up to that center Dorito.
he's shooting.
Derula gets shot in the pack on the break. That bounces, but then he gets shot in the goggles and he walks off. Here comes Bobby through the middle of the field. Looked like Bobby went after Sloviak.
So did he have a hit on his shoulder? I mean, it's a far angle, and I can't quite see. I mean, did you see something on his shoulder?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
We're talking about the center bunker, the Dorito, right there, dead center of the screen. Here's another angle. Maybe
Yeah,
we
this
can
might
see
be a
this
good
might be
angle
a
right
closer angle here.
So here comes Pax. He's first. Up over the top.
Jumps over the top, nobody there, just in case, comes through.
Paxton got blown to
Yeah,
bits too.
did Paxton get shot right there? Yeah, I think Paxton got blown to bits right there. Yeah, I mean, is that paint coming off of him or the bunker?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. That one looks like it's in midair.
Yeah, it looked like Mike might have got shot right there before he even went forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again,
I
it's
don't know,
tough. It's tough to tell on these far angles here to really have any sort of certainty. So let's run it back again. We actually have the referees over here with us. Head referee CJ Chaub is over here watching. I think Billy Wing's over here with us, looking at the screen too. So here comes. So there's Mike. Jumps over the top. Nobody there. He's just doing that to see if anyone's meeting him at the center. Nobody is. But see, there's hits that might be coming off Mike right there. Can't tell if they're off him or off the bunker. He keeps going, and then I think the other angles is too tough to tell because that camera was following Mike. The other camera was more, we could see more with Nick. So, you know, now we have Nick Sloviak over here. So since we have, yeah, so we have Mike. Yeah, so Nick and Billy are still conversating about it right here, but you know, it's tough. It's tough when you have those when you have those just blow for blow last second battles like this, and it's, you know, it's kind of one of those bang bang plays. It's like really hard to tell who shoots who, especially when we're looking at an angle this far away. So I think we're gonna have to close the door on this game here because it looks like it doesn't look like anything's gonna be happening out here. So congratulations to 187 Crew. They take that victory. So we're gonna take a short break, and we are gonna be back here, and we're gonna have the draw for tomorrow morning's battles here in the quarterfinals. Yeah, 2000.